Welcome back to yet another episode of the Stumped Podcast, the final episode of Season 4. I'm Spencer.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Logan.
The final... not our most fluid introduction, but whatever.
Third time's a charm.
For anybody watching, there may be some cuts this episode as we are struggling with internet connection for some reason.
But anyways, gentlemen, as the listeners may or may not know, currently Logan and Matt are 1 point away. Matt, this is the must-win, cannot tie, must-win episode for you.
I'm aware, and I'm sweating.
Logan, how are you feeling? You gotta be feeling pretty good. A tie is like
not great, but okay.
Yeah.
I just have this sinking feeling it's still going to come down to like one question because it always comes down to one story, one final choice, and so I don't know. I don't love where I'm at, but we'll see.
Listen, I'm walking into this like Florida man for starters. Like making up a story is wildly difficult. And
It's
they're
a
a
different
different
breed
breed.
of human. Yeah.
It is a breed.
And anyone... Oh, go ahead, Logan.
I was going to say, I was trying to Google things to make fake stories. They've done it all. Like, it's
Dude,
like Florida man steals
read
cop
a,
car. Like, there's 10 articles on it, all different people. Like, it's so crazy.
I read an article from like an international website, and they had to explain this concept of Florida man.
That's amazing.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if you haven't picked up the theme this episode is Florida Man.
Florida man.
We want to go out the bang, and there's about 1,000,009 Florida Man stories. I don't know if you guys ran into this issue as well. Not a lot of detail on a lot of these Florida Man stories.
They're short stories.
They're very short. So that's low key. Of
Logan
course, yours
found
are
a
long.
book.
Of course.
Logan found 3 books and is summarizing those 3 books.
Yeah. Logan read 3 books because he doesn't do anything at his job. And
I've been very busy at my job recently, actually.
But anyways, I don't have a theme within a theme. I don't. I was this close of going with Logan's birthday. This close. But I didn't.
You knew I've Googled them all.
No, I just came up with better stories. Your birthday stories were kind of lame. So
okay. I was this close to looking up your guys' birthdays and reading every story I could on them. And I was like, no one's going to do that. So I didn't.
Good. That makes my theme easy. No, I didn't do a theme within the theme. I just kept it with Florida man.
Yep.
All my
Logan?
titles are called Florida man. So
Florida
Man.
Boo.
Yeah.
no, I'm just joking.
The authentic Florida man. I mean, I think I give the full experience. Got some 3 doozies for you.
Yeah. Well, I think I need to go last.
You need to go last.
I think that's how it is, right, Logan? Is that how we usually do that?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, boy.
And one of us goes first, but I don't remember which.
Oh, wait, we pick a number between... Oh, wait.
Well, no.
We've always
did
been
that
tied.
last time.
I went first last time.
So
Between
Logan
the 2 of
goes-
us.
okay.
So Logan goes
Logan's
first this time.
All right, buckle up, boys and girls.
Okay. I'm buckling.
Hold up. I'm just going to write this on
A paper plate
Right,
for
I'm
those
good.
who cannot
Paper
see.
plate.
Matt's getting a paper plate for his notes. I'm going back to no
This
notes.
thing
I did better with no notes.
It doesn't matter what you do, Spencer. You won.
That's true. But I'm also Team Matt here. But
No,
again,
you're
for the
not.
listeners, hardcore Team Matt. But again, for the listeners, for the love of game, I'm playing fair.
Yep. We only called each other for 30 minutes before this.
Correct.
I hate you both. All right. Do you want I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, The Human
Yes.
Dead Zone, or You Spin Me Right Round, Baby, Right Round?
Well,
Because
Logan's names. Well done.
Because that song brings back so many memories.
Yeah.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
All right. August 26, 2023, the U.S. Coast Guard intercepted Reza Baluchi some 70 miles off the coast of Tybee Island, Georgia. What was this 44-year-old marathon-running Florida man trying to do? He was attempting to be the first person ever to run across the Atlantic Ocean in a homemade hamster wheel. The contraption was a giant round inflatable ball with paddles completely surrounding it and buoyancy balances to keep it vertically upright. When Baluchi ran, it basically paddled the water under him, allowing him to move deeper and deeper to sea. Unfortunately for Baluchi, this is both illegal and highly dangerous. For one, he was actually, unknowingly, paddling himself directly into the path of an oncoming hurricane that was set to make landfall potentially within a week or two. This wasn't his first hamster rodeo, however. He was previously arrested trying to take his wheel for a joyride from Florida to New York in 2021, as well as in 2014 and 2016 off the coast of Florida, leaving for unknown origins. His fourth trip was his most successful, as well as the biggest headline, however, because instead of surrendering, he pulled an even bigger Florida man move and wielded a knife from within his hamster ball, telling the Coast Guard he would kill himself and anyone else who attempted to apprehend him if they tried to enter his wheel. He then pulled out wires and claimed to have strapped a bomb on board the hamster wheel with him as well. That apprehending the whole wheel would result in him blowing it all up. It led a 5-day standoff with the Coast Guard at sea, and finally on September 1st, 2023, he was apprehended and federally charged for his actions. He has promised to try again upon his release.
Wow. You know what's funny is I almost wrote about this story, but I didn't because I was like, this is a really long article. I'm not going to read all this. And so here's my dilemma, Matt. That first half of the story is 100% true. He was going to, I think, England or something like that. I don't know if I didn't read the article. I don't know if the second half is true. I didn't finish the article. I got halfway through and I was done. And so I did not read about a knife, a bomb, nothing. But yeah, I read about the guy. He was a guy from Iran, I think, an Iran immigrant or something like that. But so there's that. Anyways, great story.
Sounds amazing.
Jonestown 2.0.
Seriously, I know. Oh my gosh. Stupid. It's like killing me over here. Oh well.
All right. Do you want the human dead zone or I want a hippopotamus for Christmas next?
Give me the hippopotamus. Because aren't they like one of the most deadly animals, like low key?
They are, and we actually saw some in Africa, and our guides were more afraid of them than the lions. Like it was.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, those things are ferocious. Anyway, Homosassa Springs, a wildlife state park in Florida, is home to many wild animals. Refuge is given within the park to endangered Florida panthers, red wolves, whooping cranes, manatees, alligators, and one hippopotamus, a 55-year-old hippo named Lou. Lou is a bit of a celebrity around the park, with tourists trying hard to get photos of the old hippo every time they visit the park. That fame led one Florida man, James Licky Sherwin, to attempt... yeah, that was the nickname I had to include. to kidnap Lou one day in broad daylight in March of 2006. Sherwin, a 32-year-old resident of nearby Ozello, decided the best way to kidnap Lou would be to jump into her exhibit armed with a pocket knife and a canister of pepper spray and ride the beast out of the fenced-in exhibit into the open reservoir game area. His plans once he reached that portion of the park remain unclear, and they remain unclear because all he managed to do was get into the exhibit, startle the sleeping hippo that was napping. She knocked him over as she ran into the freshwater portion of the exhibit, leaving Sherwin standing and yelling on the shoreline. Security quickly arrested Sherwin and charged him with several counts of trespassing, animal endangerment, and public intoxication. Shocking, he was in fact drunk at the time. And he was given an undisclosed fine as well as a lifetime ban from all animal reservations and parks within the state of Florida.
I hope that's true because that is really funny. That is awesome. I really hope that's true.
At least again in their situation, I feel like the first part is definitely true.
You've heard that?
I think I've seen it.
I've never seen that
Lou.
or heard it ever.
We used to go to Florida a lot, and we would go to some of their. That sounds so familiar. And believe in Florida, I remember seeing a hippo at a zoo or a restoration area, whatever it's called. I just don't remember exactly where it was at. So now it's kind of the rest of it's hit or miss for me.
Matt goes, I was there in March of 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, I witnessed.
Guess what my alias is?
Okay, that's a
All
great
right.
one though. That one I'm hoping is true because that one's just really funny.
The last one is the human dead zone. 60-year-old Jason Humphreys of Seffner, Florida, faced something that frustrates many of us today back in 2012. He was fed up with drivers around him constantly being on their cell phones and sucking at driving because of it. So, like any normal Florida man would do, Jason purchased the most powerful cell phone jamming device he could find and installed it in the backseat of his car. For 2 years, his device would cut the service of anyone on their cell phones near his vehicle as he drove along I-4. But unfortunately for Jason, his device was so powerful it would also block police and first responder radio communications as well. And it would kill local cell towers as he drove by them. Metro PCS contacted the FCC after 2 years and told them how they noticed a pattern with one of their towers going down near I-4 in Florida at the same time every morning and evening every weekday, and they suspected foul play could be causing it. The FCC contacted local police who set up an interference detector along the highway, and sure enough, when Humphreys drove by the next morning, it set off the detector and they pulled him over. They knew they had their man because before they even reached his car, their radios had stopped working completely. For his actions, Humphreys was fined $48,000 by the FCC in 2014.
That's amazing. Matt, can you make something like that?
I mean, cell phone jammers are a thing. I don't know
Yeah.
about the strength or whatever. They are a thing, so you can buy
Okay.
it. Did he say he made it?
He bought it, purchased the most powerful cell phone jamming device.
That's a blanket statement.
I'm reading my blanket statement.
I think the guy in the buoy, that's got to be true. That has to be true.
Leaning towards that as well.
It's got to be true. I'm
so
stuck
concerned that it's only the first half.
No.
Because it's been like that in the past, where we've known part of it and got the rest of it wrong.
No, I don't. I just don't think that's what we do. No, it's like
The big question is: do I go with you or do I split this out? I don't need to.
You need to split it. You're right.
I need to not have Logan get 2 points.
You're really a double stump here for you is the best. You don't care if you. Oh, you can't tie me either. Actually,
no, I can't tie you either. So like, I have to either double stump, which I don't feel confident with too many of these, or I have to split this and go 1 point, get yours, and have him not get it, give me a point. And I have to double stump, I think, at the end, or at least I have to double stump.
Matt, I'll be honest with you. I'll let you choose.
Didn't go so well last time.
No. If do you want me to tell you what I'm going to lock in?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm really torn between 2 and 3. I don't know what I'm going to lock in. I lean towards the radio thing, only because I just cannot fathom that happening. I know there was once a guy or woman, I don't know, who put like a cell phone in like a wagon or a car and caused traffic jams on the GPS.
Yeah. Put a bunch of GPSs, a bunch of phones with Google Maps turned on in the wagon in California and pulled it down a hill or something.
So it's like, maybe I just don't think someone would go to that length because the cell phone jammer, like, what is that going to do? But the hippopotamus one, that screams Logan to me. That just screams Logan.
What happened again when he jumped into the cage?
Nothing. He got hit and ran away.
What'd the hippo do?
Hippo knocked him over and ran into the water.
Are hippos more violent than that, though?
I mean, it beats me. It's a somewhat tame one because it's in the zoo. I mean,
okay, Matt. Here's the decisions. I need help making. Do you want to jump on this together, or do you want to go separate? I'll let you choose that. If you go separate, I'll go the other one that you don't choose.
Do I get this choice too?
100%. I'll give 100%. You this. I will play 100% equal. 100% equal.
All right.
Let's think here. If I go, I don't want to take too much time. If I go with you and we get it wrong, he gets 2 points,
Correct.
which means I have to
You
get
lose,
yours.
essentially.
You're in trouble. because I
Essentially-
can
You
Essentially-
lose.
Yeah.
You lose.
because he gets one more and it's one. So I have to separate. I can't go. I
Okay.
can't go with you unless
I'll
I
let
don't
you
feel
choose.
confident enough to know. Gosh, this sucks. I've got a hippo.
Why is the thought bubble popping up by Matt's
I
head?
don't
Did
know
you?
why I did
that
that.
makes
It was
me
like
laugh.
a
That was
thumbs up
amazing.
or something
Yeah.
like that. I
It's
think
like
it's
you were
like
sitting there thinking, and a thought bubble just went.
I
off
literally,
in your
I thought
head.
Logan, I thought you put that on there.
No,
Okay.
that was so good.
it does it periodically. I think it's a
Can
facial expression you make.
read
or
your
something, but
thoughts.
whatever.
And if you don't decide in 10 seconds, I'm going to choose mine.
Choose yours.
You just want me to choose mine? Do
Choose yours.
you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I do.
I'm going the car.
You're going the car.
I'm going the car.
I think I'm gonna go hippo. Locking in hippo.
I went car.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like my plate. I don't like this.
Logan?
All right, let's first talk about our good friend Riza Bellucci, who 100% real story
Yep.
is already sworn that he's going to go back for a 5th attempt.
That's amazing.
Love it.
You should look at the hamster wheel. It's awesome.
It is
It's one of
crazy.
those-
I saw a picture of it.
Yes, it's
It is
so
wild.
funny.
I'm so
no,
concerned right now.
The Jonestown thing, and I said Jonestown to throw you off. The Jonestown thing, I wouldn't. That was
You
not
would
the
never do
actual
that.
story. The story was the
Yeah.
basketball surviving. I just used the base. Yeah, no, this is a true story. He did pull a knife. He did pull
That's
wires.
wild.
Said he's going to blow people up. It took 5 days, from the 26th of August to September 1st, to
That's
get him
crazy.
arrested. But
Yeah. And even
Yeah.
going back to the false story of that, I was like, I feel like none of us do that where it's like we take literally half the story to tell a true thing. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's just not us. That's not who we are. That's not the game. For the love of the game.
The love
not
of
the game. All right,
Logan, is it good news for Matt or is it bad news for Matt?
Jason Humphreys and his cell phone jammer. That happened. That's true.
That happened?
That happened.
Oh man, that's crazy. I literally was like, there's no way this is true. No way is that
Yeah.
possible. Well done.
I made up the story of the dude jumping the hippo exhibit just completely out of the blue. I googled a random animal thing and wanted to see if they had hippos because I was like I don't know, let's steal a hippo. Like that just
the
sounds
only
fun
hippo
to
in
me.
Florida.
It is the only hippo in Florida when you Google it, and that's the only true part of the story.
I'm
The one true part is that there is one true hippo in Florida, and everything else that the Florida man did was false. There's no record of someone jumping in
That's
the exhibit trying
awesome.
to steal him. Yeah, so we each got
That's
a point,
awesome.
which sucks.
Which is great. It's phenomenal.
Matt, you need
Shut your
a double. I'm just kidding. But no, Logan, I actually I was like, I'm gonna go that car story. Like you said, I'm going this one. Like there's like
Yeah,
and so I was like, yeah, well, you got me. Well done.
Okay.
Matt, let's hear him.
hey Spencer,
This
we're
is so
splitting, just so
concerning.
you know.
Okay. We'll split.
I'm so scared. All right. I've got 3. Simply Splashtastic. Not so clawsome contest. Carney time all the time.
Carney.
Carney time. Okay. Gosh, I've never been so nervous reading stories.
You got some momentum too, which is the worst.
That's
it's like
the
a little
worst
hope.
part. Like I am like pumping. My heart
Yeah.
rate's at like 100 right now. All right. In Florida, there's a wide range of people, from violent people to naked people to poopers to those who relieve themselves in public, but rarely do you get them all in one person. That person, Gregory Matthew Bruni, a carnival worker, was spotted by Tony and LaDonna Land while he was sitting on their roof, and that's where their night began. The Lands reported hearing a noise on the roof, and when Tony went to check it out, he was surprised to see Gregory sitting on their roof, naked. Gregory jumped off the roof, landing on Tony and punching him. Then, he proceeded into the house, where he pulled the TV off the wall, sucked up the contents of the vacuum cleaner before spitting it out, pooped in 2 rooms, relieved himself, and rubbed clothing in the face of their child. When the deputies arrived, Gregory was wildly flaring around and speaking nonsensical. Gregory was arrested and transported to the hospital, where doctors planned to find what he was on, of which they did not, or wasn't noted. Gregory's night out landed him with charges of criminal mischief, battery, occupied burglary, and resisting arrest without violence.
There's about a 0% chance this is true.
I just don't believe that at all.
Not one part of it is true.
One of us is going to lock on that. I'm just telling you now.
There is 0% chance that is true. Not even, there's no chance. Okay, give us the two truths.
I know Florida men are wild, but that's
all right.
There is 0% chance that's true. Give us the two true stories now.
Simply Splashtastic or Not So Clawsome Contest?
Not So Clawsome Contest, or whatever that is.
Not So Clawsome Contest. Have you guys ever had lobster before?
Yes.
That's like one of my favorite seafoods, if not my favorite.
Is it really?
I love lobster.
Good.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Note that for future references. Have you joined a lobster dance-off for free meals for a week?
I would.
You would, Logan. Would you?
Dance for a week or free food for a week?
So it's
Free food, I hope.
free food for the week. It's just a lobster dance-off, and you get free food for a week for the winner.
For sure.
Okay, cool. Well, unfortunately, Crandon's Crab Shack Disco Lobster Dance-Off was shut down after the owner, Crandon Carter Thomas, was arrested for having roughly 30 pounds of illegal substances, ranging from cocaine to marijuana and everything in between, in his office. How did he end up with all these drugs? According to the Miami police, he was accepting bribes for the Disco Lobster Dance-Off that took place each spring break. What is the Disco Lobster Dance-Off? Well, I'm glad you guys asked. It's an event started by Crandon that went strong for 7 years until it was shut down in 2014. Spring breakers would come and enter their lobsters all dolled up while a DJ played groovy tunes for the lobsters to dance to. Crandon would then vote lobsters off the stage based on his own opinion and the crowd's reaction. The owner of the winning lobster would win free dinners for two for a week, equivalent to about $1,200. This became a big deal, and word quickly got out about the contest. How did Crandon get caught? Was it PETA, last year's loser? The police report only mentioned that the anonymous tip about drug deals going on at the shack led them to the stash. Crandon was arrested and sentenced to 25 years in jail for numerous charges, including bribery, possession of cocaine greater than 28 grams, and fraudulent business practices, and was fined $25,000. Unfortunately, Crandon's Crab Shack shut down only 2 months after the event.
Just when you hit me with a story I don't believe, you hit me with another one I don't believe.
These Florida men are nuts. The fact one of these is true is already...
No, I don't believe it, but I guess I do.
Alrighty. So, Simply Splashtastic.
I don't like where this is going.
Simply Splashtastic. I'm going to start this one off with another question. What's your favorite pie?
Like, my favorite what?
What's your favorite pie?
Oh, pie. Peanut butter.
Oh, all right. Peanut butter is up there. Key lime is probably mine, though.
Time out. You said peanut butter pie?
Yeah.
Is that just like taking a spoon? Oh, peanut butter cream pie.
You've never had that,
Okay.
Matt?
I don't think I have.
Oh.
I'm a very traditional apple pie.
Favorite dessert all time? My Aunt Michelle's peanut butter pie. Aunt Michelle, if you're listening to this, there's no one that makes it better than her. It will change your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll change Hannah's life for sure.
Well, that's true.
It would change Hannah's life.
That's why I didn't think there right away, and that's why I went key lime. But peanut butter cream probably does take that. I mean, if it's done right, it is.
You went key lime right away?
Yeah, key lime was my first gut reaction. I love key lime.
Interesting.
Pie. Oh, fresh.
Well, okay.
Go ahead.
This story is centered around one pie in particular, one that I do not believe is worth all the hassle. David Sherman Polsom, a 64-year-old Florida man, was taken into custody and charged with one count of first-degree felony aggravated battery on a person 65 years of age or older after he poured water on his brother to cool him down during an argument. According to Florida law, an individual convicted of first-degree felony faces up to 30 years in state prison with a minimum of 3 years imprisonment and a maximum fine of $10,000. The biggest issue was that it was on someone of 65 years or older. What caused David to dump 2 glasses of water on his brother? Well, David's brother noticed that David had eaten his key lime pie and became very upset and began to argue with David. In David's defense, the pie had been in the fridge for several days, so he thought it was okay to eat. But according to his brother, the pie was being saved for a later day. David proceeded to the kitchen where he filled 2 glasses of water to cool his brother down and dumped them on his brother while he was sitting in his recliner. The brother was concerned that David's anger would turn to physical violence or worse, murder, and dialed 911. David's brother suffered no injuries during this dangerous splashing.
I'm locked in.
Will you tell me what you locked in?
1. Dude, I gotta go with
Okay.
1. Is that okay? I literally
no, that's fine. I don't know.
I can't get past that.
I also react violently when you eat my key lime pie. That being said, man, I don't know. 2 or 3? I mean, which is your next least believable? 2?
Not a clue. This is the first time Matt's told 3 stories where I actually don't even have an inclination of which one to go with.
No idea.
Not even. Logan, I've never even heard of any
3
of these.
seasons too late.
This is literally, I think, in our 50 episodes we've done, I think Matt literally, I could flip a coin and not have, I don't even have a guess. I went with 1 just because of my gut reaction. I can't believe 1.
I can't either. I'm not gonna pick it because obviously we just can't give him 2 points. 2 points here for him is a real bad day for me.
That's really bad. That's really bad for you.
Because that would clinch the episode for him essentially.
Yeah.
1 point. Yeah.
Oh, that would?
Yeah.
No, I could double stump.
No, you could
you
double
don't have
stump.
any yet.
Oh, I have 0 points. Yeah, so I'm useless.
Yeah. If you get his, you could double something and do that. But yeah, if Matt gets us both right here, it's 3-1 to nothing. And we're going to Waffle House together.
We're going to Waffle House for 24 hours, baby.
Okay.
Do we want to do something different? Because I'm clearly not going to pick 1. Do we want to have Matt tell us if 1 is a point or not early and put more pressure on the... I mean, I'm not going to pick it either way.
Oh, so
or
you're saying
something else.
You're officially not locking in 1.
I'm not locking in 1. No, from the start. We have to split.
I'm not saying anything until you lock in.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I just got to think here, Spencer. I get it. For love of the game.
What'd you say, Logan?
I don't know what to do.
Logan, would you have gone 1 if I didn't choose it?
I don't know. They're all not believable. I don't know.
I lean towards the key lime pie as the false. You don't. You lean as the true.
I think the key lime pie or the naked dude on the roof are the 2 easiest to write.
How are those easy to write?
Well, they're random. I mean,
dude, that's wild. ChatGPT was on work for him.
Key lime pie, I just can't fathom that turning into anything. That's the most mild of them.
I have no idea.
A mild, I mean, dumping water on someone?
I feel bad for you because I could at least help Matt. I knew one of his stories. These I don't even have
Logan.
I don't even have a guess.
You felt while I was sitting there trying to figure out which one to pick.
Yes.
Oh, good. Golly, this is a terrible
I don't even have
feeling.
a guess.
Oh.
Wait, that tips it, Logan. I think the one I chose is true.
I do too.
So
I think that's so wild. I don't know. I think that one's true. What was 2 again? Give me this quick refresher.
The second one was the not so clawsome contest.
Yeah.
So it was the disco lobster.
The disco lobster. That's hilarious.
The owner got busted for drugs and was taking bribes.
Oh, Logan's locked in. What'd you go with?
I hate myself for it. 3.
Key lime pie.
Key lime pie. Key lime pie hopefully doesn't betray me. Tell us about the lobsters first.
Why does Logan look so happy or Matt look so happy?
Because he got 2 points.
Lobsters is false.
No, it's not.
It's false.
Lobster's false?
Lobster's false.
What is true? What is true?
What is true? I will send you the
link.
No,
that's not real. 1 is a true story. That's not real. What is true? Oh, I can't even believe that. Matt, you won the episode. Oh my goodness.
Well, Matt, we gotta go to Waffle House together.
Wait,
Yep.
wait. So you're telling me the key lime pie is true too?
Key lime pie is true too.
Oh my
I couldn't
gosh.
find like what he was actually like ended up actually if he actually began. Sorry, I couldn't find if he actually was like charged with it, like anything in the court of law. But that's what they arrested him on, and it is a stupidly large penalty for what he did because the guy was 65 or older.
Wow. Matt, this
But yeah,
these
not
were your
so
best
awesome
stories
is
ever.
Not So
Ever.
Awesome was 100% created. I asked Google's AI. I was like, what are some false Florida man stories? And this was like the 10th one it gave me. Not 100% like this. It
Yeah.
was something about lobsters and a dance off. And I was like, spring breakers, betting, bribery, money.
Can
We're
we
good.
just time out? I need a timeout. We need to revisit one. You told that story, and I'm not joking. Good thing you told that first, because I was so distracted that was false that my guard was completely down because I was not. There was the moment you finished telling one, there was no doubt in my mind I was going one.
100% true.
Zero
The owners of
doubt.
the house even like shot at the guy as he was running through the house. And I was like, I gotta leave that out because it's just too much. But yeah, the guy ran around the house, destroyed it, pooped in 2 rooms. He literally like sucked the contents out of the vacuum cleaner and spit it back out, and then ran to the kid's room and shoved clothes in their kid's face.
That's insane. That's the worst I've ever heard. That's
They took him to the doctor, and a few different sources I saw were like the doctors never like responded, or like they never actually found what he was on.
wow.
Yeah, it was a wild story.
So Matt, you have 3 points.
Yeah,
Logan, you have 1.
3
So-
points.
We're going to
Matt
Waffle
just
House
clinched
together,
the episode,
Matt.
but
Yeah.
wait, time out. I want to come back to this punishment because when did we decide that was the group
We
punishment?
agreed
I don't
that-
ever remember that.
That if both of us got this,
You would do the punishment together.
I would do it with him if we did something like the Waffle House because it's straightforward and simple for 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard
I
it is
still
to
think
get.
we need to go to the wheel.
You know how hard it is to get 2 people on a stand-up comedy club after the first gets booed off the
can't.
stage.
No,
You can't.
You can't
That's
get
fine.
2 people
2
on it
different
together.
days. Okay, let me tell my stories and we'll come back to this. Even though this doesn't matter, I got stories. Gosh dang it!
It's the Waffle House. Go ahead. Tell us your stories.
No, we're coming back to this.
Wait. I'm a pre-lock in. Oh, no, you don't even know what order you're telling them yet. I'm locked in.
This is stupid. No. Okay, I came up with names and everything because I thought it was going to come down to me. I was like, it's going to come down to these stories. But no, these are useless. But
I'm
hey,
locked in.
for the,
Matt,
for
you
the
wanna
love of the
lock in?
game.
Nope.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
Matt.
let her read his stories.
All right.
Do you want Yo Mama So Stupid, James Bond, or Downward Gator?
Your mom was so stupid.
Okay. Your mama's so stupid, she locked herself in a grocery store and starved to death. But here's the kicker. December 2014, there was a slight mishap at the Daytona State College, located in Daytona Beach, Florida. Picture this. 2 individuals, John Airwood and Amber Campbell, are allegedly being chased by 2 unidentified people. In a panic, they jumped into a janitor's closet to hide. However, while hiding, they came to a very unfortunate realization. The door was locked. Not sure what to do, they waited 2 days before deciding it was time to call 911. Upon arrival, the police noticed a few unusual and less than enjoyable items around the pair. Human debris, or as Matt calls it, poop. Where was I? Am I sorry? And a copper pad, which is often used to smoke crack. However, there were no drugs to be found. My guess, they can't find them because they might have used them. But hey, there's no evidence of that, so that may not be true. Although this may be kind of a lame story, but here's the kicker. Upon evaluation, the police discovered that the door was never locked. Therefore, this couple spent 2 days in a locked closet that was never locked.
Oh, that's tough.
Yep. Okay. Do you want
All right.
James Bond or Downward Gator?
Give me Downward Gator.
Downward Gator. March 2016, Gary Schaefer, better known as Gator Gary, advertised a yoga class on Reddit. The headline read, "Unleash your inner Zen with Gator Yoga." The craziest part, 28 people signed up at the cost of $99. After meeting at Orange Lake, eyewitnesses reported to see a man, Gary, in bright yoga pants and neon headband leading a group in what appeared to be a modified downward dog pose, alongside gators laying on the bank. However, the Zen would not continue as the group became a little restless as the gators began to get closer to them, causing many to leave, including Santiago Ramirez, who called the cops worried someone was going to get hurt. After the police showed up, Gary was arrested for disorderly conduct, public intoxication, disturbing the peace, and loitering. However, those that paid $99 also, all 28 participants were also charged with loitering and disturbing the peace, but those charges were later dropped.
I believe that.
It's a gator
Okay.
story.
Yeah,
He's
it's
in
a gator
Florida. I'll make up a
story.
story about a gator.
James Bond. April 2023. A beautiful day in Palm Beach County. Edward Hughes was calmly driving down a toll road where he began to slow down due to a disturbance. Then, all of a sudden, a man comes out of nowhere wearing only socks and underwear. Enter the unidentified man, according to police reports. It all started when this unknown man, who I will refer to as Logan, exited his vehicle.
You're the worst.
I'm sorry. I got to get through this story because this is really fun. Okay, exited his vehicle, walked along the highway, hopped the concrete divider into the median onto the other side of the highway. As traffic slowed, Edward saw Logan, who's the unidentified man, jump onto his hood and began to attempt to break the window. However, in a panic, he did not stop, but instead accelerated down the highway, attempting to shake him off the hood. For 9 miles, Logan was clinging on to the semi-truck and bashing the window. Eventually, the police caught up to the truck, which then came to a stop, and the police detained Logan. Still, they are not sure why Logan decided to go all James Bond on the moving truck.
Sounds like something Logan would do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty confident one's true.
One sounds that'd be hard to make up. If you made
I
that
listened
up,
to a story
like,
about someone who locked themselves in they locked themselves for a few days in a closet. I don't remember if it was a grocery store or not. The police came in, the door was unlocked, so they had no problem leaving. They were just sitting there the whole time. So, Spencer chose a few things. I'm pretty confident that one's true. I don't know about the other two. I want the James Bond one to be true, which is why I'm maybe thinking it's false. But
I'm leaning towards the Gators one because it is easy to make up Florida Gator stuff. He kind of pulled elements of your Zumba class with the neon headbands and stuff out. Also, real Floridians don't get antsy around Gators. They would have kept doing the yoga while the Gators walked by until someone was eaten. So I don't.
that is
the real
true.
Florida.
I don't believe
That's
they
the
would
real
have
Florida
left.
one, yeah.
So I'm gonna lock in 2. Doesn't matter, but
You're
let's
locked
hope we
in
end on
too.
a
Doesn't
high
matter.
note.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lock in 2 as well.
Okay. We'll just kick it off.
Yeah.
That yo mama's so stupid. That's true.
Yeah.
That was just so funny. I actually saw the picture of the couple and was not their most flattering picture. Let's just say.
Did she have a dollar sign on her neck?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I gasped when I saw
Yeah. Yeah. James Bond was completely 100% just so I could work Logan into a story. But that is true. That story's true. There's a video of it apparently. But I couldn't watch the stinking video. I think they took it down. So whatever.
That makes sense.
The Gator one is false, but the only reason I even went with Gator is because I typed in make me a Florida man story. I've never used ChatGPT. I've used it like maybe once or twice. And I was like, make me a Florida man story. And they came up with this Florida yoga. And I was reading it and I was laughing at the story. And I'm like, this is hilarious. I got to figure out some way to work this into it. And so and then I made the rest up. Like they actually had it completely different. But yeah, so
you have to be if you're using ChatGPT, you got to be a little careful because it'll tell you true stories even if you tell it to give me a false story.
That was so. I read that and I was dying. I was like, ChatGPT, well done. This was a funny story. But so
your problem
doesn't
was
matter.
making Flirtians run from gators. That's just
so. Here's actually the kicker. I almost put two worst instead. But I was like, better. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I already won.
Spencer pulls the old 0-point week.
Hey, don't matter because I think the final score, if I'm calculating right, is 6.5 to 3.5 to 3.5, and it sounds like a double punishment.
It does sound like a double punishment.
Time out here. This is, I feel like I did not agree. So for those who may not know, if you lose the season, you got to do a punishment. We have this wheel, okay? Not one time do I remember agreeing or even listening, entertaining the idea of a Waffle House challenge. So I don't know where this idea came up, or if you guys kind of came up with it on yourselves as like a hedge your bets type thing, but
we figured we could outvote you.
Yeah, you're outvoted 2-1.
Time out. I think we need to spin the wheel.
Do you know what it is? We don't even have a wheel right now.
We do right now.
What are the punishments from last season? Do we not have that?
The only ones that I have. Oh no.
In the ether. Gone forever.
So read them off, Matt.
What I have is Waffle House Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Waffle House Triathlon. Waffle House 5K.
I was like, hang on, I'm like, where's the stand-up comedy club? Where's the SAT?
What I have, and I'd have to look up some other ones. I have
not taking the SAT.
Waffle House, SAT, calendar photo shoot.
Oh, that would be funny. Okay.
Lemonade stand.
Yep.
I have on here marathon / Tough Mudder. Cardboard balloon date.
That's funny.
Street statue, which I think we nuked after
we did
season 1 or season 2, and then open mic stand up show. There's probably more.
Still the best one.
But those are the ones that I have. I don't think I have anything from last.
Personally, here's what I think. We need to take a playbook or a play out of the playbook of Impractical Jokers, and since it's double punishment, I get to choose the punishment.
No,
I'm just saying. I think
how this works.
Okay, how about this?
You can choose it if you take open mic night off.
and
how about we talk about it? We talk about it off air, and then we'll announce it. We'll spin later. But everyone who's with us for season 4, I think we might be taking a little bit of a break. I'm expecting my first child here in a couple months.
Woot.
And so I think we'll be put on pause for a tad, but we'll be back per popular demand.
We are working on something to do during that time.
Yes.
So
yes, there
will be something.
We have short projects in the works that will be coming in the upcoming months. I think we all need at least me and Matt need a mental break after this last 6 episodes. We do have some small stuff in the works. Our next season may be a little ways out, but we'll be back.
Yes. And we got content coming.
I need that 4th ring.
You need that 4th ring?
Not quit until I catch Jordan.
Okay. We got many years to go, buddy.
Yeah. Season 10. Here we come.
Yeah. But
Logan and Matt's dominance. Spencer and Matt's dominance.
Yes. But I think we have to thank everyone for another wonderful season. What a blast to be able to do this. And gentlemen, any last words as the season comes to a close here?
No, it's been fun as always. No. It's not as fun losing. I'll be the first to now that I've experienced both sides. This kind of sucks, but
Matt, Logan, Logan's only ever won or lost. No in between.
Correct.
Well done.
Keep up to date on our social media where you'll see Logan and I do the Waffle House challenge.
Yep.
No.
Boo. Yes, you will. You're gonna find the. Hey, we'll let you pick the Waffle House, Spencer. How about that?
Canton, Ohio.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Disease.
Matt,
Anyways, gentlemen.
bring your bear spray.
Yeah.
I know, right? Like,
Have a great. I don't know. Have a great. I was gonna say a great week, but now I can't say
Yeah.
that. End of season 4, guys. Congrats.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Congrats,
Good
Spencer,
job.
on your win. You did
Congrats,
earn it.
Spencer, on the
Thank you.
win.
You had a good season.
Congrats.
Thank you. We'll talk to
Alrighty.
everyone later.
Peace out.
Bye.
Doodles.
We're doing the Waffle House challenge.